When the release of Marvel Rivals actually happened, everyone was extremely just happy at some point. Everyone was extremely excited for this game. Everyone was, on a positive note. And a lot of people did in fact say that yes, Marvel Rivals is a casual first game, which I think it was at the time. I really do believe that this game is a casual first experience. And let me explain a little bit in the video what I mean by that. So is Marvel Rivals actually still that type of casual game? And to be honest, nowadays, I feel like it's more in the competitive side more than it is casual. A lot of reasons could be from natural reasons, because a lot of people picked up the game and are a lot better with the game than before, and comparing to when the game first came out, when everyone was still pretty much new with the game itself. So that could be a factor in the major change itself. I don't think Marvel Rivals is at that casual level anymore. I do think it still has that kind of casual friendly entryway to the game itself. What I think that's slowly honestly hurting this game is probably the audience playing the game itself. And let me explain what I mean by this. Now, a lot of people are initially gatekeeping the hell out of this game. And this isn't anything about the creators. This isn't anything, about any creator specifically out there. I'm just talking about the audience in general. A lot of people will play elitist in this community. A lot of people say that you're a bad support, bad DPS, bad tank, bad this, bad that. This community needs this community needs that. Like, there is such a divide in this community currently that is driving the casual audience away. And let me tell you guys something, the casual audience, it's what's making this game initially. It's going to determine the future of this game and not. People think it's going to be the more competitive side of games. So let me tell you, the competitive side of this game is a small percentage. And I'm talking about the Celestials, the top 500s, the more advanced kind of professionalism when it comes to this game. The best of the best is a really low percentage in comparison to the people that are actually playing this game casually. Now, a lot of people are not playing this game casually, but when it comes to the skill set themselves, they are playing, well, casually. Not a lot of people are good at this game, let me tell you that 100%. And I feel like if you are driving these people away, if you are driving the main audience of this game will initially die eventually. And skills aside and all that stuff, I do feel like a lot of people are not helping the cause, the fact that they are gatekeeping the hell out of this game. But I honestly do feel like the casual audience are just getting jabs, are just getting the shit end of the stick, basically. Honestly, that's what happened to Overwatch 2 at some point. The game was really gatekeeping to a lot of people, and the game became extremely just unappealing overall. That could have changed with Stadium mode, of course, and that's what's happening now. The game is actually becoming more unappealing. Obviously, the game isn't going to die anytime soon. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not saying it's going to die, but I feel like the player base, it's going to shrink. It's going to shrink at some point because of this. And how to fix that? Well, we got to be a lot less gatekeeping. We got to actually be a more welcoming community as a whole. I feel like a lot of people are not this at all. A lot of people like to play, well, I'm a lot better than you. You should suck. You should not play this game. You should uninstall. Which, in fact, if a lot of the casual audience just uninstalled this game and not play it again, this game would die. And guess what happens to the game that you are playing every day? It's going to go along with them. And that's just the inevitable truth of it. I feel like a lot of games and their community should be on more front with the casual player base, because, man, they are the ones that are making this whole game spin. They are the ones that are making this game run for as long as it's running, and I appreciate all the creators who actually do play this game a lot, because it's because of them that we do have a casual audience to begin with. Because, man, a lot of people will see these creators and be like, damn, like, I could do this too. Like, I really do want to play this. Like, stuff like that is why I love this community so much, because we had built this kind of internal ecosystem where we see creators, we see streamers, we see them do this, and it makes us, or like, I shouldn't say us, but more of the casual audience, or us, I consider myself to be a part of that crew too, to kind of look at this and be like, damn, like, we really want to play this now. I mean, I started as a casual. That's how I started. Nobody who's never played like a hero shooter is going to start at a professional level. That's not how it works. I too started at a casual level as well, but I loved that we had this ecosystem, and it's kind of fading, and it's sad to see. This isn't me like crashing out. This isn't me like, just telling you guys that we are in the wrong, but we are in the wrong. I feel like as a community as a whole, we are responsible on how things are presented. Granted, not a lot of us are bad people. I know there's a huge portion of us that are actually good, welcoming people in the community, and I understand that completely. I understand that some people will say the harshest thing that's coming out from complete love, which isn't bad necessarily, but I feel like a lot of people will take these things to heart, to be honest. You know, a lot of people will say, well, you need to switch this because, you know, we need more of that. And people will get immediately offended because of initially how they were treated in the lobby, you know, prior. It's stuff like that that matters. And I feel like the gatekeeping community needs to stop as a whole. I don't even think this should be a Marvel Rivals only video. I think this should be like a gaming community thing, because a game ends up dying if you lose like its, you know, its core base, which is the casual audience. Once it loses that, then you are losing probably the one thing that's making the game going. And I know a lot of you guys that are like in the top ranks, like granted, I'm not even in those top ranks. The highest I've reached was diamond, so my opinion probably does not matter in this. But as a guy who kind of like dabbled himself into the casual audience and at the same time in the more competitive audience, or at least a little bit of the competitive audience, I can kind of speak for both a little tiny bit. I can't speak for everyone, but I can speak as a person who's been in both groups. And honestly, there's a lot of negativity in this community, man. We gotta shape ourselves up, because this isn't feeling the welcoming game space anymore. And granted, it's been like that this whole time. Like, trust me, I know what it's like to be in a toxic lobby 100%, because I've been in an MW2 lobby. I'm not talking about MW2 Modern Warfare 2 recently. I'm talking about MW2 2009. I've been in those toxic lobbies, so I'm pretty sure how a toxic lobby is going to be like. And I know 100% they're like inevitable. You can't really stop something like that, but you can make a difference. You can do something a lot better to kind of like, you know, raise the appeal a bit more when it comes to these lobbies. A lot of these people are new. A lot of these people aren't going to know what they're doing. Again, Marvel Rivals is extremely popular at the moment, so we're going to get a lot of new people. We're going to get people that are just into Call of Duty single player games, that only likes, you know, the Marvel movies, probably, that probably hasn't even gamed in their life before. We're going to get a whole bunch of people in this type of audience. Hero shooter fans, you know, just there's so much in this community that's being warped into one, that we have to consider that 100%, and we have to just be a welcoming community as a whole. Again, a lot of people aren't going to agree with me, but I feel like, you know, the gatekeeping literally needs to stop in this community. And I just feel like it's been going on for way too long, for no point. People are just mean to each other for absolutely no reason. I don't know why people are like that. You know, even the best of the best players out there just has a bad day once in a while. It's fine. If you are de-ranking in a lobby, it's okay. Take a breather, take a break or something, go touch grass, go do something, but, you know, decompress, come back stronger. That's pretty much it. But let me know in the comments, what do you feel about the casual audience when it comes to Marvel Rivals as a whole? Let me know in the comments. But if you like the content, make sure to like the video, and if you are new to the channel, welcome, and be sure to subscribe. And most importantly, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Seriously, thank you guys for hearing me freaking rant for, what is it, like 8 minutes or something like that. I appreciate you guys so much. But take care, be safe, and peace.